Hi, welcome to novicetutorials.com. My name is Nikia and today's tutorial is on HTML basics. The last tutorial we had was the purchase a domain name, and we also spoke about some search engine optimization tips to keep in mind when you're creating your website. Now that may have seemed a little backwards, but at the same time I wanted to get you one step ahead so that way you don't create your website forgetting all these things and then you have to go back and fix it, or it may not even get off the ground. So that's why I mentioned the SEO tips. Now today I wanted to get into HTML because I was going to jump over to helping you find a the website that you want to put up on the net, but I'm like, you know what? Let me teach you some HTML basics, because in a lot of these tutorials, I will reference some of the code and the language used to describe a web page. And that's what HTML is. It stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is the language used to develop a web page. That's why people who write the code for websites is developers. Makes sense. So the first thing I want to get into is markup tags. The basic markup tags to create a website, create a web page. The first thing I want to point out are the container tags. The container tags are the tags that come in pairs. They use opening and a closing tag. So for example, in this HTML document, the first thing you're going to start your document with is the HTML tag. The last thing you're going to end your document with is the HTML closing tag. And this is what a closing tag looks like with this slash here, and it's in this container tag is in the pair of brackets, angle brackets. So then there's also the head tag. The head tag is a container tag because it comes in a pair. You have to open your tag and you close the tag. And the header is the next tag after the HTML opening tag. And in the header, there's not too much you put in the header, but the one thing you should put in your header is your title. And the title is the home page. The title tags are always in between the opening and closing heading tag. Then the next tag after that is your body. It's everything that you will show on your web page. Now the next tag is the H1 tag. It's a header tag, and it makes this in a bigger font, and we'll get into all the defining differences of these tags a little bit later, but I just want to give you the basics. This here, the P in the angle brackets, that's the paragraph tag. So I just put "this is my life." These are all container tags. Now, empty tags are tags that stand alone. We'll talk about that later, but right now, let me save this document and show you what this document would look like on the web page. So I'm going to save it as index.html. You can do .html. HTML. There's a bunch of different extensions, but right now we're just going to save it as an HTML just for simple sake. Now I'm going to open this document. This is what it looks like. This is the name that I had in my H1 tag. Nikia, and the home page is what we put in the title tag, and remember the title tags is in between the opening and closing header tag. So that's what that looks like. And if you right click and view page source, it might be a little bit different depending on if you're using a Mac or a PC or what type of browser you're using, but you'll find something about a source. And here is the HTML code that I typed in to get this on the browser. Now, markup tags they are elements that are enclosed in the angle brackets, like I mentioned. The tags embed the element info into the document so that the browsers, such as Firefox or Internet Explorer, will show the text as instructed by the element. So for example, I want to change "This is my life" to a bolder text. So I'm going to, in my markup language, I'm going to tell them to make this text strong, which is making it boldface. So I'm going to open my tag and I'm going to close my tag. Now make sure when you open and close tags and you're putting tags inside of other tags, make sure that you're nesting your tags properly. So the paragraph tag started this. You're going to put the strong tag in the inside of the opening and closing paragraph tag. So we'll get into that later. So now I'm going to save this over my first HTML document, and we're going to see what this looks like now that I've told my browser to make it strong. And there you go. The text is now bold. So this concludes the first step to HTML. I will be back with some other tips, and thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned.